Never seen an ant highway quite this intense.
Let's leave everything and go traveling. See what tomorrow brings. It's only a choice away. Let's back up and leave today. Let's see what tomorrow brings.
We are in Tequila.
Si, senora.
We're gonna see what we can see and eat some food hopefully and maybe drink some tequila.
Might as well, we're here.
So far.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
A lot of restaurants that we are not dressed fancy enough for.
No, I gotta get my collared shirt out to go to a lot of these, but touristy, but not really in a bad way. I don't feel like it's cheesy touristy.
No, I mean some of it is, but
yeah, of course.
It's kind of fun to be in a tourist trap
yeah,
for
actually
a small
it is.
portion of time.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
They're spooling it just like Ridgeline. Nice, perfect lines. No overlap.
This is called the Danza de los Voladores, Dance of the Flyers. It was originally practiced by the indigenous people to appease the gods so they would end a severe drought. It is really neat to see and hear. These guys climb a 100-foot pole, which doesn't seem extremely well secured. And then, while one man sits on top playing the flute and drum, the rest throw themselves off the edge, twirling in the air until they get back to the ground. We drove up the Volcano de Tequila and we're just trying to find a little road to camp on. So Tim's walking out there to see where this little track kind of off the main road that we came up goes to. And so yeah, we're just gonna find a little road to pull off on. It's nice and cool, still overcast day, and looking forward to finding that camp spot. I'm excited to camp again. It's always nice to be at a hotel, get a nice shower and kind of you know, feel a little bit of luxury, but I always miss camping and I'm ready to be back in Goose.
Turn passenger. Oh. Passenger. There you go.
this is our camp spot for tonight. It's pretty great. It rained pretty hard, and now it's just sprinkling a little bit, but we're, neither of us are very hungry because we ate kind of late when we were in Tequila. And so we're just gonna relax, maybe listen to a book or read a book, and I'm doing some editing. So we're just gonna enjoy the nice cool weather and be cozy inside tonight.
Coffee almost done?
Yeah, it's ready.
It'll warm you up a little bit, I think. Oh.
Breakfast.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Now I get to eat mine. We're taking a walk trying to find service so that we can decide where we're going to head tomorrow.
We're looking at our maps and trying to figure out the mileage and where to go.
So, service is okay. We had to walk a little ways to get a little bit, and it kind of comes and goes. So. Funny looking around, there's so many different kinds of plants and all different shapes and sizes and colors, and it's so interesting to look at all of them. I wish I knew more. I need to get a book on it. It's funny when you don't have the internet all the time and you can't just Google things. So we need books to read. It's the best way right now. But it's really interesting, and I wish I knew more about it.
12 seconds later.
Just a little bit of rain.
Pretty cozy. I'm
It is.
downstairs.
I'm upstairs. Alright, let's see, let's go ahead and open this up. A little bit. You can tell which direction it's coming from. This side's all wet. and then this side's pretty dry, so we're trying to figure out what side it's sort of predominantly coming from. Leave that side zipped for a little waterproofness. And then, yeah, so we're pretty good to go.
Eventually.
We're gonna watch a movie now. Even though it's still early, it's really cold up here. So crawling into bed and watching a movie sounds pretty good.
Sounds good to me. And we know we're gonna end up driving tomorrow, so we might as well.
Yep.
Yep. Putting it on the big screen.
So cozy in here. And a heck of a view outside. We left Tequila and headed back through the traffic of Guadalajara towards an area called Sierra de Penjamo, which we hoped would be a good place to camp for a night or two. They told us the road was muy feo, very ugly up ahead, but
Yeah,
we're going to continue a little bit.
Don't go that way, don't go that way. And so you just never know. Like my instinct is always, oh, you know, we do this all the time, but sometimes you never know. That might also mean the road's totally washed out. But I was hoping if that was the case, maybe he'd say something a little different. But I get the feeling that if you're a local around here, you just don't even bother coming up it because all the traffic has died off at the last fence gate. So far it's not bad. It's just rough, but it's not anything we'd consider crazy. But we'll see. But I did ask too if it was good camping up in the mountains, and one of the ladies who was sitting not too far away from him says, oh yeah, and then he said, yeah, it is good camping up there. So sounds like it's at least safe. We just entered Michoacan, which the amount of people that have warned us, Mexicans that have warned us about being in this state, it's frustrating because they're not traveling here. They may not really know, but they certainly know more than I do. But we've just found people in cities tend to warn you, don't ever go off-road, don't ever go in the mountains. And then every time we go off-road and go into the mountains, we meet the nicest people. We ask them if the area is safe, and every time so far they've said absolutely. One area, I think near Durango, they said, I wouldn't go up in those mountains, but it's not harvesting season. So, that means there's at least some growing up there, but so we didn't bother, of course, going there. So, yeah, at least it sounds like the area is safe and not a narco area.
Yeah, so we'll see if we find a nice camping spot or not.
Yeah, hopefully we have 10 kilometers and we're doing about 10 kilometers an hour, maybe a little less at times. And so we got an hour of cruising just to get through this bad section of road, and then we can find a campsite. So just hoping we get to where we want to get to before the sun goes down.
We kind of made it and we kind of didn't. We are where we're supposed to be on the map, but there's not really a park here. It's mostly just farms, little ranches.
There's a sign?
There is a sign,
There's
so we're in the right place.
It says Sierra de Penjamos Biosfera Preserva, which usually means there's some land set aside. So we just pulled off on the road, went up a hill a little bit, and we just pulled off that main track onto a little lesser area.
It's really pretty.
Really, really pretty. But we also saw somebody a second ago, like a guy in a cowboy hat was walking or kind of jogging down the track towards us, and I was like, oh cool, we're gonna be able to ask a local. And by the time we got to where he was, he's gone. So, it's a little creepy, but more, I guess he's just wary of strangers or something. So I'm gonna walk down there, see if I can see whoever it was, and
yeah, so we'll hang out here and hopefully this is our camp for the night.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
The road was good.
Yeah.
There's that. It was fine.
Never seen an ant highway quite this intense. Like, there's literally no grass growing where they're traveling. It is like,
Whoa.
So crazy.
Oh my god.
It's
That's terrifying.
kind of, yeah. They're everywhere. But just on this little highway.
Look at the big sort of
I know,
like
it's huge,
leaf
right?
ants, right?
Ooh, glad we didn't park on that.
You can see a little bit left of the sunset over there. What a difference. All blue skies the whole day, and then a massive, massive dark storm.
Later that night, as the wind picked up, we knew the ominous storm on the horizon was rolling our way. Once it reached us, we pulled down the top and waited it out while enjoying the lightning show. After about an hour, the worst had passed, so we popped the top and crawled up into bed to enjoy a nice cool night, and in the morning we awoke to a magical world of shimmering dew.
Good morning.
Good
We survived the storm,
Yeah.
and it's
Pretty
very
epic.
muddy this morning.
Yeah, this is probably the worst mud we've dealt with yet, but I know it's not the worst to come.
Yeah,
So
it's good
Yeah.
practice.
it is, and there's little bits of grass, so I'm trying to drive on that, and then we slip back into the mud tracks and stuff. So yeah, this is sort of making me rethink maybe we will get mud terrain tires for the Central American portion.
'Cause our tires right now are pretty slick.
Yeah, they're just racing slicks. They look like, they're totally packed in, as you'd say. But this whole area is just gorgeous. I don't know what it is, but I love mountains and all that. But I think both of us somehow like, this isn't desert, certainly. I mean,
No,
it
but
gets
it's
a ton of
definitely
rain.
more desert than we've been in.
Yeah, it's open spaces. I think that's what we like, maybe.
Yeah. So we're on an unknown road that's not on any maps, but it seemed so major, it kept getting better that we decided we would just follow it.
Yeah, just the old go with your gut thing. So
Yeah.
the road we're on ended about, I don't know, 5-10 miles ago now.
Yeah, quite a ways away.
But it's beautiful, and
It is so pretty here, yeah.
Yeah, and it could have dead end at any point, but I just don't think it's going to. It's getting a little bit better and a little bit better. When we first were on this road, it was kind of a mud pit, and the tires looked like racing slicks. And now there's gravel. We just passed a tractor.
Okay, we made it to pavement,
Yep.
but it is hilarious to go through a town and everyone that like sees that you're white is just like, what? Like as they wave and they're nice, but they're also
Everyone's
just
really
like,
nice, but
oh my gosh.
it's a reaction we haven't had really much of yet. I think we were just so far out on some random dirt road that there's no other way into, except the road that the guy says, no, you can't go that way. The road's really bad. So we came out that, out a section of road that I don't think locals really come from. And so everyone's just looking at us like we're aliens. They're all really nice and they're smiling and waving, but they're like, white people? Like,
What?
fancy Costco cheese.
Yeah.
We like to keep it local and indigenous and authentic
Yeah.
with
With
Costco.
some, I think we got Parmesan.
I don't know, we'll call it a manzanita tree. Sticks out so much.
Yeah. It's almost like it's like lit, like, oh. The animal stalks his prey. Slowly. Quietly. Thinking. Frozen. He hears something. He moves again. Stalking his prey. Fail.
Fail.
We fail. Fail.